Greetings, it's Doc Griffin, your swing surgeon director of club fitting operations, and it's time again for the doctor's house call. We're up to part 8 on shaft myths, and today we're going to deal with the myth about shafts that says the higher your club head speed is, the more stiff your shaft needs to be. Let me say, first of all, we've dealt with this before, but we've got some new people out there, so it's going to be a little bit redundant, and for you guys that have seen or heard this before, I apologize. But I think it's worthwhile to mention it for the new people and to probably reiterate it for some that have forgotten this. Let's take, for example, two guys that have the same club head speed. Let's just arbitrarily say 100 miles an hour. Alright, one guy takes the shaft and his backswing and comes all the way up here. The second guy only gets to right here. Now, both of them, as I said, have the same club head speed. This guy up here has a lot longer for the head to the catch up and return to square than the guy who only gets it to right here and generates the same amount of club head speed. So the guy that's taking that really short abbreviated swing is putting a lot more power or force on the shaft as he gets here and comes down, so he is in effect loading the shaft. We'll call it the point of transition between where the backswing stops and the downswing starts. The key ingredient for the flex of shaft, if you will, then becomes the force of transition. So if you have a real forceful transition, you're going to need a stiffer flex shaft than the guy who has the same club head speed that you do, but has a much longer swing and doesn't load the shaft quite as forcefully. Again though, as I've stated in the past, flex is also an ambiguous term from one company to another. What is a stiff flex? What is a regular flex? You'll have different playing properties of those shafts, and again, flex is a frequency number measured when you clamp the club down here at the butt end and twang it. It's giving you a reading back here at the butt end. As I've said before, that's kind of like looking at your left arm and saying, okay, I know who you are. It's just a part of you, so there's no way I can know all of you by just looking at your left arm or know much about you. And I say the same thing is true about just knowing the frequency of a shaft by measuring it when you clamp it at the butt end. When you've got this much more shaft to go, you got to know the whole properties. So again, the key to getting a properly fit shaft is the whole shaft going with the dynamics of the player's swing. But one thing that has just been drummed into your heads when you go into the golf shops is, well, how fast do you swing? Okay, well, you need this flex. And guys, that's just not the way to go about doing it. The best way to do it is go to a fitter who knows what the heck he's doing and let him fit you for the proper shaft from butt to tip. Well, that's it for me today. Again, we always appreciate your participation. And remember, better golf is just a fit away.